please remember to subscribe to my channel. I never planned on going to that charity event. Places packed with people always tighten something in my chest, especially when everyone pretends to be happier than they truly are. Still, Eliza insisted. She said it would be healthy for us, a night filled with rhythm, movement, and excitement. We had shared 9 years together. We weren't legally married, but I believed we were devoted to each other. My name is Nathan Cole. I'm 36 years old and work as a project manager, predictable, organized, reliable. Eliza Hart was my opposite in every way. She was expressive, artistic, magnetic. Movement came to her effortlessly, as if dancing was part of her nature. That evening, I stood near the bar with 2 untouched drinks in my hands, watching her disappear into the glow of bright lights and music. At first, nothing felt wrong. A lively track started playing, and she laughed as she tugged at my arm, trying to bring me onto the dance floor. I smiled back and told her I'd rather observe. She rolled her eyes playfully and went without me. That was when I noticed him. He was tall, relaxed, self-assured, with dark curls and an ease that demanded attention without effort. The kind of man who fills a room simply by existing. He stepped beside her halfway through the song. There was no immediate contact. They mirrored each other's movements, smiling, sharing the same rhythm. I told myself it didn't matter. Dance was her language, and I had never truly belonged in that world. I was only watching from the outside, but gradually the space between them faded. His hand hovered close to her waist. She didn't step away. The tempo slowed, and my pulse began to pound. I suddenly felt foolish, like a background character. In my own life, guests walked past me, laughing, clinking glasses, completely unaware that something fragile was breaking right in front of me. I watched Eliza tilt her head back, laughing at something, he whispered. That laugh had once been meant for me. A weight settled deep in my chest. In that moment, I realized I might already have lost her. I didn't storm over. I didn't confront them. I stayed where I was, frozen, convincing myself that any reaction would only make me look desperate. My mind replayed all the time she described me as dependable, secure, not exciting, but steady. She'd always said she didn't crave drama, only consistency. Yet there she was, glowing under another man's attention in a way I hadn't seen directed at me in months. The song ended, but they didn't separate. Another track began. My stomach sank. I left before it finished. I didn't speak to her. I didn't text. I walked out into the cool air, hands shaking as I unlocked my car. I sat there longer than necessary, staring at the dashboard, replaying the image of her gazing up at him with that smile. It felt final, like a quiet ending no one announced. On the drive home, I made a decision. I wouldn't beg. If she wanted excitement elsewhere, I wouldn't compete for her affection. Love shouldn't feel like a contest. She didn't come home. That night, she returned near dawn. I was still awake, sitting at the kitchen table with a cup of coffee that had gone cold. When she entered, barefoot, shoes in hand, hair messy, she froze. I didn't ask where she'd been. I didn't accuse her. I simply told her I had seen her dancing. The color drained from her face. She opened her mouth, closed it, then softly said it meant nothing. I nodded and told her I needed space. No raised voices, no ultimatums, just honesty. I packed a bag and left for my brother's place without another word. The silence that followed was overwhelming. I ignored her message's nod out of cruelty, but because I needed clarity. Distance has a way of sharpening truth. Away from her, I realized how often I had swallowed my own feelings to keep things calm. How many times I had chosen peace over honesty. I wasn't angry. I was resolved. If this relationship was ending, I would walk away with dignity. A week later, she showed up unannounced. I was back at the apartment collecting the rest of my things when I opened the door and saw her. Her eyes were red and swollen, her hands unsteady. The vibrant woman I knew was gone. She looked broken. She entered without asking and collapsed onto the couch, crying. She said she had made a terrible mistake, that the man from the fundraiser meant nothing, that he was only a distraction, a version of herself she didn't even recognize or like. She told me that once I left, reality hit her. The silence scared her more than anything. I listened quietly. She confessed that she'd tried returning. 2 similar events, chasing that same thrill. But it felt empty without me grounding her. She had assumed I would always be there unchanging, reliable. Losing me felt like losing solid ground. When she finally met my eyes, they pleaded for reassurance. My instinct was to comfort her, to make everything feel safe again. But I wasn't the same person anymore. I told her that watching her with someone else had forced me to confront a truth I'd been avoiding. Love erodes when respect disappears. Being someone's backup plan isn't the same as being their chosen partner. I explained that it wasn't the dancing that made me leave. It was what the moment revealed. She cried harder, reaching for my hand. I didn't pull away, but I didn't promise anything. We talked until nightfall. The conversation was painful, but honest. I told her that if we tried again, it couldn't be the same. There would need to be boundaries, effort, presence, and no taking each other for granted. She agreed to everything, tears streaming down her face. As she walked out, she asked if I thought we still had a future. I told her I didn't. No. For the first time, I meant it completely. I don't know how this will end. Maybe she returned because she feared loneliness, not because she truly chose me. Or maybe nearly losing me taught her something real. What I do know is this: seeing her with another man broke something inside me, but it also made me stronger. I learned that love isn't proven by enduring silence forever. It's proven by having the courage to walk away when respect disappears. That lesson will guide every decision I make from here on.